No one show at late night, nothing but illustrious guests. Miro, who's in the building with us?
I had a vocal coach for a week just to do this. Jason Derulo. Did I hit it?
Man, we got to fire that vocal coach. Damn. Get the money back. Actually, he got to pay you, bro.
Yo.
I'm going to send that motherfucking invoice right now. God damn it.
We got the legend in the building.
That's right.
You know the vibe. You know what it is. You know from the name. You know from the hooks. You know from the TikToks, the visuals. He's running things right now. My man Jason, how's it going?
Oh man, amazing, man. Can't complain, man. All this time at home has been lovely.
Listen, you've been killing this time at home. Like other people, when this quarantine started, people were like, I'm gonna learn how to bake bread. I'm gonna start painting. You out here making masterpieces on TikTok and all types of visuals, bro. Was that planned, or you just woke up one day and was like, yeah, I'm gonna just flex on them?
No, it wasn't planned at all, man. It's crazy how everything kind of happened because I don't spend no time at the house usually, right? So like I'm always on the road, and I think last year I spent 60 days in total at home.
Oh, wow.
Like to go from that to like being home every single day for weeks, for months, it's amazing, and it's crazy because my house just started to take shape as well because I've been renovating it for so long. And it's crazy how when the pandemic hit, I was just done with most of the things in my house. And then, I tried this TikTok challenge and I was like, okay, this is cool. This is fun. And I tried something else. I was like, all right, cool. And then I caught the bug and I was just like, I wanted to create. That's just me in general, right? Just wanting to create all the time. But I found this new outlet where I could just kind of have fun with, you know what I'm saying? And it just kind of exploded.
I love that you are wild humble right now because you just said like, yo, yeah, I just went on TikTok and did a little something. Fam, you're the Michael Jordan of TikTok. Let's keep it real. Like, fam, like, yo, dog, I watched the video, you know what I'm saying, for Take You Dancing, and you're shooting all this stuff in your crib?
Yeah.
There's a scene in that video where you're in like a room full of water. My G, how did you how are you doing over this, man? Like this is like Deezer said, like people were talking about, yo, I'm gonna learn how to knit, I'm gonna learn how to read. My man, you out here doing full scale productions in the crib. Like put us on.
Yeah, man. So I mean, like I think of these crazy ideas and then I have to try to put them together, right? So like it's all in. Some of it is special effects, but some things we got to do practical. Like that room was actually full of water. You know what I'm saying? I mean, to make it look real, to make it look authentic, like a movie, you got to kind of just do it. So yeah, man. So sometimes the TikToks I do are more like grounded and, I want to be a part of the TikTok community, but also I want to, have aspirational videos that are just like, how the hell did you do this? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I try to do a balance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, we could kind of relate because like we're recording from home, so we had to set up production equipment. We got the lights and the sound and everything. Is that kind of a similar situation at your crib? Did you have the production equipment already set up, or did you have to like order it after like the lockdown started because you saw the TikTok? Because the level of detail and stuff in production in those TikToks is wild. Like it's like, and it's so professional looking. Like, did you have to upgrade equipment? Like, walk us through that part.
I mean, honestly speaking, I've always been somebody who directed my videos, right? So like, it's nothing new. It's just being displayed in a very different way now, right? So like when you see music videos, you expect them to be elaborate. You expect to see bing, bang, bing, bing, boom, but you don't expect to see that in a short clip, right? So like bringing that production value to these short clips. And I've always had like an amazing RE camera, but sometimes people just don't want to see that, right? So like like a lot of this stuff I'll shoot on the iPhone. Like I got cameras that are $250,000, but like I'll post that and people be like, next video. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to marry the world. So sometimes, like a lot of the times I say, I'll shoot on a simple phone, right? And the After Effects or like the stuff that we're doing is what makes it amazing.
Right now, your TikToks are getting people through the pandemic. It's like fun to watch, people commenting on them. What's getting you through the pandemic?
I do find comfort in creation. You know what I'm saying? nothing is gonna beat me making music, right? Like when I come to the studio and I could just have, you know, like a little drinky drink and just and be in my vibe and just and make songs or create anything really. That's when I just feel at my best, you know, when I can just like do my thing in a comfortable space. Sometimes when I'm creating stuff for like different ads and stuff, like the fun kind of it gets taken out a little bit. So that's why I'm really careful of the ads that I choose now, because, you know, like I'm not just gonna be doing what you say do. You know, it like I feel like my page is gonna suffer because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I only do ads now that I feel like I can have fun doing, and B, I feel like can be a dope post. If I don't feel like it's gonna be a dope post, it's not an amount of money. Well, I'll take that back. There is an amount of money that I'll
Listen. We right there with you, bro.
But you gotta afford being dumb. So you gotta be up here. Nah, but integrity of the page, man, honestly speaking, all jokes aside, like I think it's important. You gotta have some kind of diligence with your page, right? And like it can't just all be about bread. It can't all be about that.
Cause yeah, there's a lot of that on TikTok, bro. It's wild. Like you just like, oh, yo, I scared my girlfriend in the car. Like, yo, I got buy this hamburger. Like, fam, what does this have to do with each other?
It's not authentic. It's not authentic whatsoever. So when you're putting together these, like, damn, it was I'm trying to remember. There was one particular TikTok I saw of yours. You were like baking and making like cupcakes. You had the different colors and you was mixed it all together. And it was like super sugary cookie at the end. Like, you have to sit down and script that out. Are you like, is there like a meeting ahead of time to do that? Like how, like what's the production like?
Honestly speaking, like I have like a general idea of what I want to make before I do. But when I'm actually making it, my cousin is a chef.
Okay.
So he's actually the brains behind, not his flavor.
What this sounds like? Where you going with this? Where you going with this?
Walk us through your process, Jason.
I ain't never really made anything. His hands look just like mine.
I'm like, wow, shocking.
Nah, but honestly, my cousin is a chef. So like sometimes he'll give me pointers and be like, yo, you should do it like this. And then sometimes I'm just like, nah, I think it'll be better this way. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm usually right. But that's just me and my non-cooking self. So sometimes it doesn't turn out amazing. And then sometimes I think it's incredible. So like these crazy Millie meals it's all about that, right? Like, would you try it? And I've had some of the best desserts I've ever had in my life, you know, just experimenting with these things. And then some of them aren't great at all. So like, you know, you get best of both worlds when you're dealing with somebody who's not really a chef, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's a lot of fun though. You know, my niece, she loves it.
During my research, I found out that your parents are Haitian. So are you first generation?
Yeah.
How much of that like culture and that upbringing does that go into your work ethic? Because you be grinding, fam. And I know that's a staple across all of our upbringings.
For sure. I mean, I'm Haitian through and through, bro. So like, when I was a kid, I didn't even speak English. You know,
yeah, same.
Yeah.
Like,
so like, yeah, it's different growing up in a household like that. You know, like, I was in like often that Haitian culture. I mean, everything had to be like this. You know what I'm saying?
When you drop in the Jason Derulo Compa record.
I need to find the right vibe. I need to find the right person that can make it come to life. Honestly, man, production wise,
I can see it though. It's gonna be.
I see it.
You can see something. It's right there. So yo, you out here, you cooking, you out here flexing, you working the muscles, you singing. But I remember there was an interview and somebody said to you,
in the interview, and the nigga would be like, "You out here cooking?"
You say you cooking, my nigga, you cooking. But
hey, this nigga cooking out here. He making
cooking.
cakes and shit. He fucking shit up in the kitchen, boy.
But
I don't
remember,
know.
It was an interview, and the person asked you, and they was like, what do you think about people who think you're corny? And you were like, they could think that. They just better not say it in my face. And I was like, yo. I respect that energy.
Like, I mean, like, if it's, like, honestly speaking, I mean, come on. Like, I mean, let's be completely honest. When somebody, like, sees me, it's a very different story.
Right. When they
Oh, yeah.
online, they talking, but when they come, when they face to
Yeah.
face, it's different.
Fam, I'm telling you, I don't look 6'2" on TV, but I am. You know
You
what
feel
I'm saying?
me?
You feel me?
Ah. Yo,
And
Jason, do you?
these ain't cartoon either, baby.
These shit's work.
Them things work. Don't get the J's. Yo, we've been talking to a lot of celebrities, and something we found common with most people, and I'm probably sure it's the same with you. Do you miss performing live? Because like now we have like the lockdown, you don't have the venues, you can't be in front of people. Do you miss that energy?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's you can't get that kind of high from anything else in life, man. I felt, you know, actually, I've been thinking about other artists. You know what I'm saying? I've been very blessed in this time, you know, honestly speaking. And I was obviously just thinking about how other artists were coping with this situation, right? Because I mean, there is no shows. You know, that live income is a very
Big,
consistent.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like how if I'm living up here, right, and I'm living kind of check to check, you know, like a lot of artists do.
Mhm.
Like how am I sustaining in this time? You know, you're not getting no shows. I mean, if you drop a song right now, it's not like you're getting that income right now. That doesn't come for another year. If you wrote the song, I mean, you don't get that published until later. I mean, like damn, like what are people doing?
Yeah.
So you know that has really been, you know, on my mind, on my heart, and you know, I'm just praying that, you know, they find a way, because you know, fortunately, I was blessed to find something totally different. I mean, I obviously have like a lot of other businesses and a lot of other things that I do, but you know, just, you know, worried about like these other musicians,
Especially songwriters, because that was your entree into the game, I feel like, was songwriting. And like a lot of those people I feel like are overlooked. Like you'll write a smash record for somebody else, and you be in the supermarket and nobody knows who the fuck you are.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And like you said, like that check you send that invoice and that check might come in, who knows when. You know what I'm saying? So
I feel like the songwriters, right? I mean, it's a little more stable because you're used to your bread coming in a year from now, so you're not really spending like you got.
you
money
pace yourself.
all the time. You pace yourself.
Yeah.
As a musician, you got money coming in all the time. So you're like, oh yeah, let me get this, let me buy that car, let me buy this, blah, 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 blah. Because you know, you got a show that's coming up. You know you're getting money like this. But for a whole year, your bread stopped for a whole year. Like, damn.
Yeah.
I know if I wasn't getting money for a whole year, like that would have put like a huge dent in my life. And I'm really prudent with my money. I like, you know, I don't spend on crazy things really. But even that would have been hurtful for me if I didn't have other.
Yeah, man.
That changes the game.
Mad people go through it.
It's not just musicians, obviously. It's everybody. Everybody is in a tough place right now, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jay, you got your head in the right place. You've been in the business for a minute. What piece of advice would you give anyone else getting into the game?
Don't do it. It's a trap. Get out while you can. Man, you got to choose what you love to do, man. If music is truly what you love to do, you can do it all day long. You can live and breathe and eat this. You know what I'm saying? You just have to go into a place where, you know, it's not hard to spend 90 to 100 hours a week in the studio for me. Like, it's light because I love to do it so much. You know what I'm saying? I've spent my whole life doing that, right? So, like, if you choose something that you love to do, you can put in those crazy hours. Because best believe there's somebody else putting in those hours. And no matter how successful you get, you got to always humble yourself enough to know that there's always room to grow, and humble yourself enough to know that success is borrowed. You're renting success. You don't own that motherfucker. So like, you have to keep working with that same intensity, that same hunger. How many artists do we see come and go after one single, one album? They, you know, here today, gone tomorrow. And I tell you why. It's because you get comfortable. You're like, oh, I made it. Like, I can chill. I can relax now. Hell no. There's a young Jason Derulo that live in Atlanta that's out here grinding.
Yeah.
As soon as you lose that grind, somebody is there to take your spot.
Gotcha.
That's a fact.
That's some. Listen,
Pastor Jason.
he's preaching.
He's preaching. He's preaching.
He's preaching. So pass the collection plate. I'm
My
gonna put
bad.
the dollar in there.
Had a couple of drinks, you know, I'm on my.
Yo, Jason, we know you're a busy man. Thanks for taking time to talk to us. Yo, everyone that comes on our show gets a neon sign that can say whatever they want. You can promote something. You can just threaten somebody. You can say whatever you want. What would you like your neon sign to say?
My motto has always been work hard, play hard. So I mean, I live by that mantra. So you know, it's very cliche, but I think it's true. You gotta work hard to get what you want, but you also gotta stop and smell the roses.
Listen, that's
That's
good
a
advice
fact.
right there. That's good advice. Yo, check out Take You Dancing, the single. You know the vibes. Keep doing your thing. Thanks for chopping it up with us today, man.
I
Appreciate you, my brother.